Okay, I looked away. I was going to say I fall apart again. I looked away, licks in the right order. There really are so many of them, but they're all really good. So I'll try and play the opening chords to a line and then play the pertinent lead line. Okay, so the first one that where he sings, "She took my hand." The lick there is, "And she ran away from me." That bit, right? So we've got, "She took my hand." Right? Now just a little technical piece here. If you're playing this on a Stratocaster where the bridge, where that bit is what they call floating, so you can yank up in the bar and pull down in the bar. When you do this, the bar will raise ever so slightly. There's no way around that. It's just, you know, that's the design of it. You know, when you do that, the bar will raise, unless you A, screw it down really, really tightly, or as Eric Clapton did on Layla, you block it off. And block it off, what that means is in the back of this you've got 3 springs, and you put a wooden block so the springs cannot move. So when you play, that is absolutely immobile. Now there is a way around this. It's we're maybe going super Eric on this to do this, so it's maybe, you know, slightly nerdy. But if you're really concerned about that note being slightly out of pitch, and I must admit, when I hear guys, you know, bend a note out of pitch, it really, you know, it sets your teeth in it. You know, you hear someone go, you know, like that. You know, that sort of stuff, right? So if you're happy, if it's floating, you will have a problem, you know, unless you do what I'm about to say. So, she took my hand. I don't think that's horrendously out of tune, but if you want to make it absolutely 1,000,000% in tune, take the fleshy bit of your thumb, depending on how fleshy you are, obviously, and just press it down, right? That's a lot of mucking about, you know, so I'm not recommending anyone do it, because I wouldn't do it myself. I would think that's quite in tune enough. But if you press that down, you'll get, "She took my hand." See, and there's no movement, there's no waffle or flutter whatsoever. So that's just one little thing about the bar, and I've got this set up, you know, pretty well for that kind of stuff. So it you know, it doesn't float, and it's not at that angle. Right. So first lick. Right. Second time. I looked away. Again, off this A 5-note scale. Don't ask me to say the word, I won't. So it's like C major stroke A minor. So the first time you've got, let the bend down, just come off that position, get in fifth position. Second time, and again we've got, right? Now the first time there's only one lick over the verse, but the second time, she took my hand. And when Eric sings, no, it's I looked away and she ran away from me. So we've got, I looked away. When he sings ran, there's this absolutely lovely bit of guitar. And it's as gentle and sweet as you can imagine. It sounds like it might be a slide. But what happens is this. So we've got, I looked away. And he plays this, and she, and it's played like, I thought it might have been up an octave, but you know, Strat's only got 21 frets, so you can't get the high E, so, and down to a G. And it's played like that in the kind of sweetest, like that. So we've got, and she, then there's the first of the real quacks. He plays that bit, right? Now the notes he's playing are, so again, it's exactly the same here. It's up an octave. But go, play high G. And that, you know, that note is like your target pitch. You know, if you end up in that D, it's great because you know, down the bottom they're ending up in a G. Yeah. But as was his wont, fantastically, Eric was playing all these. All these, you know, chime harmonics. So he actually plays it like that. We're in the right sequence here. We're doing all right at the moment. Right. So the next bit, I looked away. What's that? And then we've got, and again there's a quack. You know? So it's the same again, so the notes are, but again they're playing the quack. Like that. Nearly there, and at that point we get, it came as some surprise to me, right? So we've only got one left, so we've got Eric's famous solo that I did in the last video, or 2 or 3 videos again. So I've only really got one more, and the reprise, the line, I looked away, and he plays, right, and that's, and that's it, because what happens there is it only happens once, so there's only the space for one lick. So